Hi, it's Kara, and I am here with another update for myself or for any of you out there that are actually watching these videos. So, where I'm at now, I guess it's about a week, maybe a week and a half later since I last made a video. So, I'll just fill you in what I've been doing for the last week and a half or so. I've been putting myself out there a lot more. I have joined Facebook groups for moms in the area, for moms with kids on the spectrum in the area, and I had meetups. I've gone to meet with them, and again, I've gone there without any expectations, just knowing that opening doors is what matters. Taking action is what matters. So I've done that, and I have gone to a few different meetups of different spiritual events and things. And again, not with a specific goal at the end to throw myself all into one thing or the other. I'm just opening doors and meeting new people. The other thing that I have been doing a lot of and focusing on is, so my son is twice exceptional. I didn't know what that was until he started school. He's in 6th grade now. And trust me, he's exceptionally exceptional. So that's true. He is twice exceptional. But what that really means is that he has been tested and identified as a gifted. He's very, very gifted. It's like living with a lawyer, really. But he's also on the spectrum. So he also gets special ed services. He's very high functioning on the spectrum. And what his challenges are, he has OCD, he has impulse control issues, he has sensory processing disorder, he has a lot of tics and quirks and this and that. And he gets angry fast or frustrated fast. So he has a really hard time socially. And he has a hard time differentiating between a child and an adult. And of course, that brings issues with adults, although they are a little bit more forgiving because they can see his raw intelligence. Where he also struggles is with kids because he talks to them like they're adults, and he's an adult. And so it's always been challenging for him. And so he started 6th grade, which is middle school here. So it's a huge transition. And we had really high hopes. He had high hopes. We all had high hopes. And it's been challenging for him, the social aspect of it. And so, to make a long story short, he's had detention. He has it today. He has it all the time for things like being late and for doing OCD stuff in the classroom that he can't stop. He also has had in-school suspension a couple times for fighting with other kids or for kicking a locker, or it's just been one thing after the other. So, I've spoken with the school. We had an IEP meeting. And really what it comes down to is because he's twice exceptional, there's really not a lot of services that can. We've been focusing for the last 7 years on the special ed part of being twice exceptional, getting him to fit into the norm of what's acceptable in school. And that's important. It absolutely is important. But what has happened is that we don't focus on the gifted part of him at all. So after this IEP meeting I went to, they really didn't have a lot of options. They were like, well, we'll give it another month and we'll meet with him 10 minutes early in the morning and give him a pep talk. And the next day he was late again and he got detention again. And the only other alternative, if things don't work out here in this school, is to send him to another Renaissance school, which is for kids that are having troubles, that are behavior issue kids. But he has a disability, which was, even today, is very hard for me to admit. And his IEP is under an emotional disability. So I had to really accept that. And I just did, He has emotional issues. But he is not just that. And his emotional issues are stemming from him being gifted because he's so bright. And they will all say that. Well, a lot of this is typical of very gifted kids. So attached with some of his quirks, the negative behaviors are enhanced because he's so gifted. But we're not nurturing that gifted part of him at all. And in fact, in order to try to get those behaviors fixed for him, those behaviors better, the special ed behaviors that they're focusing on, The only tools that the school has, and I don't blame the school because I have had fantastic experiences with both its elementary school and the people that we're working with right now in his middle school, but the school is just not set up for kids like him, for kids that are twice exceptional, because they are treating his behaviors as they would any special ed kid, punitively. So the only other option, if this doesn't work out, is for him to go to this school with all troubled kids. And that's not okay with me. It's just not, And so, they didn't have a lot of options. Now what we're doing right now is we're going to give it 30 days and see if he gets a certain number more, and then we're going to have a behavioral review. It's just like, it's not working. And so after a lot of and I've been thinking about homeschooling him for years, really. But the pieces weren't in place for that to happen. It wasn't going to be good for him and for me too. I have to be in a good place. And it seems like right now the pieces are in place because I'm not working, and I have time. And if I wanted to work, I would be working, but something's been holding me back. That's not I've already talked about it. I don't want to work just to work. So after a lot of thinking, I thought to myself, if my dying wish, what would be my dying wish? If I had a terminal disease tomorrow and they said you have 6 months to live, what's your dying wish? My dying wish would be for my son to be afforded the best opportunities and to be happy and healthy and to be strong and for all the positive things. So if the only reason at this point that I'm not really homeschooling him, where I've never really thought about actually moving in that direction, is because of my own fears, is because it might stress us out and we might be stressed with each other, and I might become preoccupied with him, and we might not always get along, and stressed and this in my life. The reality is, for the last 7 years, I've been preoccupied with him. I've been stressed. Him and I get stressed with each other because of all of the situations that is going on. And on top of it, I'm looking for a purpose. So if my dying wish is for my son to have the best of the best opportunities, and I'm looking for a purpose, well, let me look into this homeschooling thing. And I did. And I'm in Virginia Beach, which happens to be one of the most amazing homeschooling communities, one of them. And I've learned stuff, that there's co-ops that I can join, and that means that he can go with the same group of kids 2 days a week. They have group classes, and they have field trips, and they have so many opportunities for him and for us to focus on the positive, on the gifted part of him, while we still work in social situations to help him with the special ed part of him. And so I feel like that's the direction that we're heading. He's on board. I have to talk to their school, and I have to find the right programs, because the more I think about it for him, the more I'm realizing for me, so there's these co-ops, and each parent can, depending on their education or their skill set or whatever, can teach a class. There's so many doors that can open up for me. I can teach classes. I have a degree in biology. I was in the medical field. I'm a life coach. I can teach some classes. But most importantly, really what I have a passion for right now is helping twice exceptional kids, because the school system isn't set up for them. So there's plenty of schools all around the country that have seclusion classes for just the special ed kids. They're by themselves. They have inclusion classes, seclusion classes, but they don't have schools or programs or classrooms for twice exceptional kids. So, and here's even more of the crux of it. And my numbers might be a little bit off, but I believe there's 6% in the nation of children who are twice exceptional. Of that 6%, 0.2% of them, and again, it might be 2%, are twice exceptional because they're gifted and because they have an IEP in the emotional area. Some kids are twice exceptional because they're gifted and they're dyslexic, or they're gifted and they have a physical ailment or hearing impairment. But the kids that are twice exceptional because they're brilliant and have impulse and emotional control, those are the ones that are slipping through the cracks. Those are the ones that we are really teaching, you're bad, you are wrong. And really what it is that my son is a beautiful circle. And for the last he's 11, for the last 9 years of his life, since he's been going to preschool, we have been telling him, consciously or subconsciously, make yourself a square. Please, just spit in the square. You can do it. You can be a square, but you're amazing just the way you are. For as brilliant as he is, he gets it. He's not right. He's not okay. This is what we're telling him. And all that does is enhance all of those negative qualities and behaviors. It doesn't focus on how amazing he is because we're so busy just trying to make him square. But you know what? Circles are beautiful. And so are triangles, and so are rectangles. And I'm not angry at the school. They've been amazing, but it's not set up for him. And so you know what? Let me open some more doors. Let me teach a class. Let me teach my son. Let me meet other twice exceptional children. Let me make a co-op for twice exceptional kids. Who knows where it can lead? Because this is not just about my son. This is about, he's not the only one. He cannot be the only one. Although I will say that when he was at kindergarten, remember the principal at the time said, you know, I'm getting ready to retire in 5 years. I've been working for 25 years and I've never seen a son like yours. I've never met one. He was 5. And I did not take that as a compliment because I was like, never? Like never, ever. No, never. And then I was retelling that story in the IEP meeting yesterday to the principal that was in there. And she's like, yeah, you know, I don't think I have either. So they might be few and far between. But I know he's not the only one because we started like this little meetup of twice exceptional kids. And I just met another one. So my son goes to the VB Middle. Well, I met the one kid at Salem Middle. And I'm talking to the other mother of the kid who is at a different middle school here. So there's always that one kid. I have one. And they have one. And I met those kids and the same exact issues and the same exact behaviors and the same exact disciplinary results they're getting from their schools. So, you know, that's my passion. And maybe, who knows what doors will open. But this is what I know. So let me sum it up. This is getting long. This is what I know. I know that 3 or 4 weeks ago, I made a decision to stop doing what I was doing and to do more and to open doors and to meet people. And in one of these mothers that I met, she's been homeschooling her kids forever. And so now I know her. So now I have a door that I can open to get more information and point me in right directions. But if I hadn't gotten off my couch 3 weeks ago, I wouldn't have met her. And I firmly believe that it is only when we take action that doors open. Now, is this necessarily the door that I wanted to open that my son that I love dearly isn't making it in middle school, is challenged, and that we have to find another alternative for him? And like that really wasn't the door that I was looking for. But now that I see that door is there and I'm opening it, I am seeing all the possibilities that are there because I'm in a better place and because I open doors and I'm taking action and I feel good about it. So I don't know where this is going to lead. I do believe we are going to be homeschooling within the next month or two. And I don't know where that leads for him or for myself, but I am really excited about where it leads for him and for myself. And I haven't been excited in a long time. And that's the truth. I could fake it sometimes, but I haven't been excited in a long time, like really excited for him. I've been scared for him. I've been confused about myself. I've been immobilized at points. But right now, I'm excited. And so that's a good thing. So, and I'm in a good place with that. And I said that I was going to make videos every once in a while, a week or so, to give myself an update, and that's what I'm doing. And if anybody's out there listening, and if anyone has a similar experience or can relate to what I'm saying at all, feel free to respond. I've gotten some really nice messages on the other couple of videos that I made. And it feels good for me to know that I'm not alone. And so if there's other people out there that are kind of walking down the same road in the same way or in similar ways, reach out, because I would really like to hear from you. We can share experiences. So that's where I'm at now. And I will check back in a week or so. Always remember that good follows good, happy follows happy. Choose wisely and live your life well, and be there for yourself. And that's it. Peace out.